make sure that the key isn't in my coat pocket. It's not here. It's in CTV.
Yep, we're home.
Susan and now. I talked to her. She told me she was working. I said, oh, she got work before. Yeah, right. That's true. Is that Jamie? Yeah. Nice pass. Oh, whoops. Oh, there was contact in there. That away. Nice pass, Reese.
The ceremony of commencement is said to be beginning, but for most of us, this ceremony marks the end of the chapter in the book called Life. Tomorrow, when we awake, we shall no longer be students, but adults venturing out into the wide world. We shall look back at our time in this desert with fond memories, a laugh and a tear. But as this chapter closes, we must look forward, past the uncertainty and doubt of tomorrow, to our shining future. It is fitting that we graduate at the dawn of a new year, for as we start this new chapter, we know that we are the world's future. Through the years, our class has grown and changed, but through it all, our class has set itself apart. For some, the class of 2001 was a challenge, and we were. We tried the patience of our teachers and pushed the envelope on many issues. But for others, the class of 2001 was a class of potential, a class bound for greatness. All complex sports stars, amazing singers, funny comedians, and wonderful artists. Our talents and accomplishments span the entire spectrum. We have lived up to every expectation and surpassed nearly all of them. We are the class of 2001, and we are the world's future. Come, join us now in the marking of a new chapter and the closing of an old one. Join us in the commencement of the class of 2001.
have helped make this day possible for us. Memories are an important part of everybody's life. And when you share 18 years of your life with people, you have quite a few of them.
Starting from grade 1, we know a whole lot about each other. Through the good times, the bad times, the boring times, and the crazy times. We have walked the halls together as the class of 2001. What do you all remember about those good old days in kindergarten? How about when school was only 3 hours long?
A simple piano chord could quiet everyone.
Games like Candyland, Trouble, and Hi-Ho Cheerio, and learning to spell our very first word.
MISSISSIPPI.
Nap time.
Those were the days.
And who could forget the little boy who fell in the well?
Tiki tiki tambo, no sa rambo, char bar virchi, pip peri pambo. Well, we all know what we really remember.
The gingerbread house. The big moment where the very first kiss of our class took place between Kelly Anderson and Brian Heinrichs.
She obviously didn't know boys had fleas.
First grade. Oh, the fears and tears of being in school all day long.
Our biggest concern was figuring out the process of the lunch line. Now you have to understand, lunch was a big deal. Pick up a tray, pick up silverware, wrap napkin around silverware,
Get food from the crust, put milk in the square with a circle, but first decide if you wanted whole or half of a cup,
and our tray had to be the right way.
Now do you understand why we got so confused? We heard rumors of bad little kids who had to sit in a little circle painted on the lunchroom floor. But of course, none of us would do that.
This is also the year we learned the tricks of the trade of the lunchroom.
Full is full. When we couldn't eat anymore, we would just shove our food in our milk carton.
How about those teachers who made you eat all your ketchup? Now try putting that in your milk carton.
After all the worrisome details of lunch, we were forced to go through the disgusting experience of fluoride.
Swish for a minute now. Second grade was the year of companion reading.
Those long nights of reading words we barely understood were horrendous.
Our parents never really liked it even.
And 7-Up was everyone's game of choice. This was the year of our big trip to the Children's Theater to see a production of Pinocchio. It was a good show, but we were all a little frightened of the huge whale eye blinking at us.
Music classes with Mrs. Hyatt. Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom tie. We learned all the fun things to do on the playground too, like penny drops, chicken, spider on the swings, and even those bar routines.
Another very important part of recess was the dandelion picking for our teachers. Cooties prevailed. made up new clubs every week. Third grade was tragic.
We had to learn cursive writing.
And no more writing in our math books. This was the year we were supposed to go to the Shrine Circus. We got snowed out. Luckily enough, they rescheduled and we had the time of our lives.
Cooties now became a game. The boys chased the girls, and even some of the girls chased the boys, pretending we didn't want to get caught. But we all know we really did.
Spell Wednesday. Wednesday. Spell Spangled. Oh, say, can you see?
Oh, the joys of fourth grade spelling tests with Mr. Richard.
April Fools brought on sneaky minds. None of us were ever willing to play jokes on our teachers, in fear of getting a red card.
Damien surpassed us all when he decided to put a cough drop in Mr. Richard's coffee.
The toughest part of all was hiding our Snickers until he took a big sip and realized the coffee was a bit strong that morning. New things, including Supply Haven and softball tournaments, came into play during recess.
Some of us no longer feared our names on the board. In fact, in Mrs. Carrier's class, we strived to see our names displayed proudly on the bulletin board. That meant we had been good that day.
Mr. Bozak kept us entertained and taught us about the circle of life by hatching chicks in the back of his room when we weren't fighting over who got to play Oregon Trail.
Fifth grade took us out to the portables.
Air conditioning, where we could be nice and cool after those hard workouts on the playground. Sometimes we had in days though.
That was when the fun really started.
Battleship took on a new meaning when Dennis decided to stick a piece in his ear. I wonder what the school nurse was thinking when he tried to explain what happened. Sit up straight, fold your hands,
Listen to his speaking
and use deodorant. These were the most important aspects of 6th grade, along with the guest specials, G Awards, Yanni, haircut badges, yabbits, and
animal crackers in our soup.
Halloween came, and we had our first out-of-school class party at Damien's house. Winter was a very eventful time for us then, also. Snow wars during recess kept us shivering in our seats all afternoon. We built sleds and raced them. Our first class skiing trip took place.
The painful part of this year had to be Mitch Harrelson's Swallow staple. Junior high. For the first time ever, lockers. Lockers in the halls and for gym.
Memorizing those combos was a killer. The big move to the crusty old building where we would become the last 7th graders in the Grantsburg Junior High.
We endured the lumpy gym floor, asbestos warnings, mold growing around us in the showers and bathrooms, all the while scheming to sneak into the condemned part.
Our very first fun night happened around Halloween, and we had the time of our lives. Who could pass up the opportunity to play Oregon Trail on Mr. Johnson's computers, volleyball in the gym, or showing the world our cool moves downstairs in the lunchroom?
In gym class, Mrs. Curtin, who was on maternity leave,
Our sub taught us the wonders of speed walking and running the mile inside. Was it just me, or did the mile get a little shorter that year? 8th grade, another first for our class. We became the first 8th graders in the Grantsburg Middle School.
color schemes separated our halls and everything around us was new.
Leaving behind red and blue cards, we entered the world of demerits. Sundetex brought our classes together every Friday for various projects, the biggest being our picnic tables.
The day we built those tables, the girls regretted not having all guy friends.
We did everything from hammering the boards together to pouring cement.
The Christmas decorating competition had Mr. Johnson's algebra class saying,
Aloha! Dane showed his hidden talent for the hula. Dan Chuck became a roasted pig, complete with the apple. Our never-ending line of volcano people were revealed, and the singers in our class translated Silent Night into some unknown language.
we have finally reached high school,
We're now the big kids that everybody looks up to.
except the upperclassmen, of course.
Finding the right room and getting there on time was our we lost miserably. But we'll never get over the fact that our hall should have won.
Our skip left something to be desired. Hey, Mr. Justin, what's 3,275 plus 7,428? 2001!
Sophomore year brought on another loss for homecoming. Once again, we proceeded to show the world our creative ability. Our wheelbarrow float sure kicked butt.
What other class could throw together a float in 10 minutes?
Nikki Nielsen beat Jeremy Cox in dodgeball. We knew she had it all along.
Homecoming wasn't the only interesting thing that happened, though. Mr. Jones,
Fresh out of college,
introduced a new way of seeing things.
do you see the map?
Yes, Mr. Jones, we see the map!
Who could ever forget those Spanish trips with SRA? Grantsburg excelled in America's favorite pastime as the baseball players progressed to the state tournament.
The skiing trip proved to be another interesting experience.
Luckily, there were no fatalities, but we sure came close. Like John, Nathan, Kim, Brian,
Upperclassmen, finally! Blue tarps engulfed our hall for homecoming, and our sea theme won.
of course, the rest of the activities didn't do so hot. Some of us received the opportunity to walk down the aisle to Star Wars music to be inducted into the NHS. We could almost hear Darth Vader breathing in the background. Picture day became important, for it was our last ever. All those years of free back homes and trying to stay clean all day long were over.
Prom was on everyone's minds.
Planning this was no easy task. Trust us. Arguments brewed over everything, from colors to the song, and we mean everything.
But eventually, the big night came.
Everything was perfect.
The decorations were beautiful.
We were beautiful. The song, "We're having beefaroni," was impounded into our minds.
A DJ would have been nice, though.
Good thing Mr. Martin was there with the sound equipment to bail us out. And Mrs. Rongard played DJ for our special evening.
Prom turned out to be great.
The band took an exciting trip to New York City this summer and had a blast sightseeing and attending Broadway.
Our final year. We've reached the end.
Many good memories came from this year as we were able to pull together and steal victory with flying colors for homecoming. And after the tug of war was done correctly, the seniors won.
In addition, our senior boys led the football team to the playoffs for the first time in a long while.
The volleyball girls once again proved their talent and won the conference for the 12th year in a row. The seniors had a chance to shine through their production of The Saga of the Prospector's Daughter. She was only a miner's minor. Many of us seniors were given the opportunity to make quilts in home ec.
We learned patience and a sense of great accomplishment when we finished.
Winter Festival proved our evil side as we schemed to destroy the freshman snow pile during the contest. Casey was the only one to actually go into action, but we all had a good laugh when we got disqualified.
Mr. Laney whitewashed Dane. Dane screamed, "Stop! Stop! This is my letter coach!"
Meanwhile, the music students continued to lead the conference in stage entries for Solo and Ensemble Festival.
Preparations for the future came on full force.
Stacks of application, harassment from admissions counselors, and visiting our respective schools consumed our lives.
About February, we realized that the real world was coming rapidly.
Today is where we all decide to go our separate ways. While some of us will remain here, others will travel far. But together we'll always be the class of 2001.
Friendships have been part of our school experience for the past 12 years. These friendships have molded us into who we are as the class of 2001. We dedicate this song to friendships. Friendships have become part of the fabric of our lives.
As you know, Ms. Bergen has served our district for the past 7 years, 4 years as high school principal, and for the past 3 years as superintendent of schools. You ought to know that it was 10 years ago that she began her pursuit of her Doctor of Education degree, completing most of her coursework prior to coming to Grantsburg. We were talking, she wanted me to know that. And she's also been working on her dissertation for the past 5 years, not because she's slow in getting it done, but she did say to me that she wanted to put her district and her family first, and I think that's commendable. Bergen is an example of a person who does not give up, who sets priorities and reaches goals. And she also did it summa cum laude, which means with highest honors. So on behalf of the school district of Grantsburg, I want to congratulate you, Joni. We want to present you with roses as an expression of our appreciation. We will join with me in congratulating her on her achievement this year.
I would like to say thank you to Mr. Marzak. Mr. Marzak will be graduating this year as the band director, and next year he will be the dean of students. And this is one of his last times conducting the Commencement High School band. So, Stan, we would like to say thank you, and you can stand and let us give you a round of applause. Parents, graduates, board members, and members of the faculty, and yes, welcome to the graduation of class of 2001. Students, congratulations on completing the requirements of high school. No more high school tests. The school district staff, along with your parents and relatives, are very proud of you today, as we have had opportunity to watch you grow up into fine young men and women. We are proud of you, and we wish you the very best as you pursue your dreams. Please take time today, as Mr. Alquist said, to thank those who have helped to achieve your high school diploma, for the senior awards, and for the scholarships. Don't let the day slip by without saying thanks to at least 3 people who have helped you. It may be your parents, a friend, staff member, neighbor, someone from your church, or a coach. Please remember to say thanks. What makes the Grantsburg School District special is the people from this community who help us. We like to honor our community, and as a celebration of that fact, we like to invite back former Grantsburg High School graduates to give the graduation speech. Dr. Erickson was invited back for that purpose. Dr. Rodney Erickson was known when he was a Grantsburg High School student as Rick Erickson. His mother was Imogene Erickson, who was a Grantsburg elementary teacher, and his father was Reuben Erickson, who farmed in the Bass Lake area.
Probably the graduates should know that half of the audience here today are my relatives. They're all wondering why I was invited back to the rest of this afternoon. I could be here. I want to begin by congratulating the graduates of 2001. It's truly a milestone. Remember, let me also congratulate them, because without their love and support and encouragement, wouldn't be here today. It's hard for me to believe that it's 37 years ago since you were sitting where you are. It's a very different world from 1964. Feelings were raging popular music. The Ford Mustang was the hot new car. The drive-in theater was the place to be on Saturday night. The long trip bus ride to the away game in Asia. We were in the throes of the Cold War with the Soviet Union. NASA was racing to put a man on the moon. The first sights and sounds of the Vietnam War were appearing on our televisions. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum. And the Green Bay Packers were in the midst of a dynasty. I'm still a Packer fan, by the way. Although I've been away for many years, Grantsburg is still my hometown. I'm delighted and honored to be invited back to address you on this occasion. In the next few weeks all over America, speakers like me will be offering all sorts of free advice to the graduates. Actually, some of the best advice I've seen recently was provided by high school students themselves. They had some great suggestions for negotiating your way through life. First, never tell your mother your diet's not working. Except maybe, don't you think it's about time you audited my tax return? Give me the strength to change the things that I can, the grace to accept the things I can't, and a great big bag of money. Like most other commencement speakers, I can't resist the temptation to offer some advice and some challenge. Let me share one of the things I learned in the years after high school. And from the introduction, you heard that I was a shy, retiring kid. When I was a student here, if the truth be known, despite the aim regained, I was a mediocre athlete. I was the slowest kid on every team. And I often wished that I had been born with more athletic talent. I definitely couldn't march and play a trumpet at the same time. I envied the most popular kids in school who always had more dates. I had no car of my own and had to drive my parents' pink 58 Chevy. That was a continual embarrassment. I worried that I always looked like the before picture of Clearasil ads. But later I realized that these things aren't all that important. I learned that the people with whom you'll want to associate are going to accept you for the kind of person that you are and your core values. Integrity, your ability to see good in others, your willingness to share, your ability to bounce back from adversity, your sense of justice, your work ethic. In short, the kinds of values that have surrounded you in this school and this community as you've grown and matured as young adults. These are your roots, and they'll provide you with a good compass as you proceed along life's journey. Graduating at a time of unprecedented change. You are early graduates of the new millennium. Your working lives will span half of the 21st century. And with the awesome breakthroughs occurring in medical science, the probabilities are very good that one of you will live to see the dawning of the 22nd century. We live in the digital age. The information is increasingly critical to our lives. Information moves at instantaneous speeds. The internet and email have become a regular part of our daily lives. In school, at work, and at home. There are now 170 million Americans who have access to the internet in their homes. There are 220 million more individuals with access to other countries. And this number is growing by several billion each month. We are networked into an increasingly interdependent global society. Information is the name of the game. You, our graduates, have grown up in this electronic age, and that affords you a distinct advantage. Your parents discovered this when we bought our first VCRs, and we've had to depend on you ever since to program them. We should have known then that you were destined to take the lead in the world of information. Laptops, Palm Pilots, cell phones, wireless networks, and software will be a fundamental part of your work and personal lives over the next decade and beyond. There are whole libraries of information already available in small pocket computers that fit easily into your side pocket. And we've only seen the beginnings of this digital revolution which is impacting every aspect of our lives. The prospect of these rapid changes can be daunting and unsettling, especially when you're facing the world of work and future career decisions. I'm sure that many of you are at different stages in the evolution of your plans. Some of you will be taking a job. Others will head for the armed forces. And others of you will go on to vocational schools or universities to further your education. Still others of you are facing the great unknown. I'm graduating today. Now what do I do? All of us in this room have experienced at least some of the uncertainty that you're feeling. I suspect that most of us former graduates have had different careers than we envisioned during our high school years. I started out to be a lawyer. There's always a tendency to look at successful people and assume that their lives and their plans from start to finish. That's rarely the case. So don't panic if you're not sure where you're headed tomorrow or the next day, or even if you think you know. I'll bet you're going to experience many unexpected twists and turns along that road. The odds of spending your entire working life with one employer are very small. And the odds that you'll be doing the same kind of work throughout your career are equally small. Many of the most successful people have made major shifts in their careers and have even failed one or more times in their ventures. How then do you deal with an unknown future, keep your bearings, and combine a sense of potential of the need for security in this rapidly changing world, let me suggest 5 key things to remember. The first is learning. We need to think of learning as a lifelong commitment. And it doesn't matter how much more formal education you complete. The explosion of knowledge that's taking place all around us makes it impossible to stop and rest for very long. It doesn't matter how routine you think your job might be. It will require you to absorb and use new knowledge. The good news is that the digital age makes new ways of delivering education not only possible, but readily accessible and even enjoyable. Universities and private companies are developing a wealth of computer-based learning that will enable you to access this knowledge at any time, anywhere. But never forget what it's like to curl up with a good book. Pick something every once in a while that you wouldn't ordinarily read. And don't be afraid to throw out the television. After a few weeks of withdrawal, you won't miss it. The second is opportunity. When opportunity knocks, don't be afraid to open the door. Many of the best things in life happen by chance. And because there's a lot of chance to life, remember that life isn't always going to be fair. Be willing to take opportunities that come along and make the most of them. And timing is everything, because some opportunities come along more than once. Sometimes you're going to be working for someone who you know has less smarts and ability than you do, and it's going to grade you to no end. But be patient. Sometimes you'll have people working for you whose talents are awesome. Don't feel threatened by bright and energetic people. Take opportunities to surround yourself with them, and they'll make you look good. People achieve success by harnessing the talents of others to pursue a common purpose. That's what leadership is all about. The third key is working hard and playing hard. Thomas Edison once said, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. Similarly, it's been said that success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. There's no substitute for hard work and long days if you're going to be successful. Then take some time to do fun things. Treat yourself after you accomplish a goal. Do something frivolous. Buy something or do something your folks wouldn't approve of. They'd have done the same thing if they had the chance. Make sure they don't forget what it was like to be young ones. You're going to make your share of decisions that they would make too, and yes, we'll have some fun making them. The fourth is gambling. Now, lest your parents think I've come all the way back from Pennsylvania to lead you astray, let me say more appropriately that you need to take risks in life. Most of us tend to avoid risk. We spend too much of our lives regretting things that might have been. There's nothing wrong with taking some chances, especially if you know something about the odds of success. When the risks are high, the rewards are often great. And there's no shame in failing. The only shame is not pulling yourself back and learning it firsthand. When you explore other places and cultures, you never look at the world in quite the same way again. Exploration helps create opportunities. Opportunities to do new things. Opportunities to grow. Try new things. Opportunities to mature in a greater sense that anything is possible. When you get a few bucks together, take a trip. Disney World and the Magic Kingdom are nice. For a little more money, you can see a real kingdom somewhere else in the world. And when you return to Grantsburg after your explorations, to return with an even greater respect for your roots, as I have done so many times over these past 37 years. You'll know that the values that were instilled in you here are values that will serve you well for a lifetime. That's it for the advice. You have a whole wonderful life ahead of you, and that's why they call it today Commencement. Someone once said, success is getting what you want, happiness is wanting what you get, and experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. So I wish you good health, good fortune, much happiness and love in your lives, and valuable learning experiences. Be the best that you can, be yourself. Again, my congratulations to each of you on this special day.
I can't go by without at least saying something about this class. And I guess I would like to just say, yesterday our students and say that several of those have the name of Tim and Dana. In all seriousness, I came here 4 years ago as you entered this school as a freshman. It was explained to me that this freshman class would provide several challenges, and it wasn't something that a new principal wanted to hear about a group of students coming in to the school. I guess in assessing class of 2001, I have to remind myself, or I'm reminded of something my father said, and that was, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I think in looking at this item, this issue, I've got to take a look at this class, and you truly have finished on a high note. I cannot think of a year that's gone by since I've been here that has been run more smoothly, things have gone so well, and I really enjoyed this class. And I took a close look as you walked in here, and there's one of you that I'm going to be sad or happy to see you go. It's going to be real sad to see you guys walk out of here, and I sincerely mean that. So, as my father had said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You finish on a real high note, and it isn't just myself. I think the faculty and staff in high school is going to be sad to see you guys walk out. This last week with the seniors can be extremely anxious for staff, and everything went extremely smoothly with one exception, Derek, at noon on Tuesday. But other than that, things went very well. And the awards night on Monday night, well-dressed, well-behaved, fine young people receiving generous donations from individuals and organizations and dollars for scholars and parents. The community, you should be very proud of this class. They're outstanding bunch of young ladies and young men. And again, it's going to be very sad to see you leave. With that said, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Bergen, I hereby certify that these students have completed the required course of study and have earned the necessary credit. Therefore, I introduce to you the 2001 graduating class of Grantsburg High School. Stacy Lynn Hansen, Jennifer Lynn Finch, Crystal Ann Benson, Todd R. Schneider, Tiffany May Coaster, Andrew Michael Brian Richard Devine, Nicholas Gordon Carey, Tessa May Randall, Melissa Sue Herod, Joshua Henry Inouye, Rebecca Ann Marzak, Jessica Danielle Peterson, Callie Jo Anderson, Naomi Beth Holder, Laura Rebecca Newby, Carissa Ann Johnson, Laura Ruth Metler, Donald K. Nelson, Stephanie Lynn Lane, Timothy Carter Hole, Dane Patrick Terry, Jerry Scott Merritt, Adam Martin Kagrowski. Stephanie J. Erickson. Angela J. Sullivan. Justin Nelson. Timothy Lee Peck. Andrew James Daniels. Jonathan M. Java. Daniel Robert Hoffman. Darla Hain. Andrew Lundeen. Lynn Alquist. Brian Tanner Heinrich. Heather Lynn Ernst. Kendra K. Wright. Erin Rochelle Odegaard. Alicia Dawn Dietrich. Stacy Ellen Hansen. Kimberly Ann Lemire. Jenna Dawn David Latecki. Casey Ryan Brandmule. Nicole Nielsen. Derek James Leffelman. Jesse McLean. Jessica Rose Lauer. Ryan Isaac Merfield. Melissa Ann Myers. Mitchell B. Petrie. Sherry Lynn Hansen. Sophia E. Svensson. Noah A. Shaddis. Caroline L. Peterson. Justine Rebecca Stevens. Lynn Marie Harmon. Teresa Marie Erickson. Alicia Joanne Marie Garcia, Jesse Ione Aronson Anthony. Melissa Sue Johnson. Amanda Jean Dosky. Randy Marie Lindquist. Nathan Allen Bellin. Anna Marie Simonson. Andrew Robert Nielsen. David Andrew Anderson. Damian Michael Meyer. Tanya Marie Bellin. Renee Lee Belknap. Sheena Ray Norenberg. Mitchell Henry Harrelson. Mitchell Allen Olson. Tara Michelle Bonneville. Andrew James. Christopher D. Holmquist. Joshua Mitchell Swanson. Lindsay Love Arneson. Joshua Adam Hayes. Joshua J. Peters. Join us in giving the Grantsburg High School class of 2001 a round of applause.
Fellow students, faculty, alumni, and guests. Today you have witnessed the culmination of education. After 13 years, we graduate today with honor and pride from the Grantsburg School District. Throughout the years, we have all gone through many transitions, from the jump from elementary to middle school, and the most feared, middle school to high school. We have seen the changes from girls to women, and from boys to men. In these years, we all stumbled upon challenges and fears, whether it was choosing a square dancing partner, showering after a gym class, or becoming underclassmen. With these transitions, we have matured and learned how to overcome and handle adversity when it looked us in the eye. And now as we graduate, more challenges and fears will arise that we will have to overcome. Although many of us will choose different roads towards the future, all of us will have to face the music of the real world. If it's a new job, a new city, even new friends, we'll have to learn to adapt and cope with these changes. When I was a freshman, I thought, along with many of my other fellow students, that the time to graduate would never come. For 3 years, we heard from the graduating seniors that our high school years would fly by, and we only hoped that they would. Now I catch myself telling underclassmen that they should enjoy high school while they can. I know personally that the time goes by way too fast. Our high school days now have suddenly come to an end, or maybe finally for some of us. But I would like to ask you, fellow students, to take a look back and remember all the times we laughed together and the times we cried together. The times when our only concern was to get out of high school and to see the world through our own eyes. And now, we will have those opportunities. But before we run off into the sunset, I would like to challenge you to remember what we have learned in our 13 years of education, and to put forth the extra effort to succeed in whatever it is you may do. Present yourself in a way that would make our small town proud. Do what is in your hearts, and most of all, never forget that there will always be a safe haven in Grantsburg that will never turn its back on you. I would like to thank all the teachers and staff who put their hearts into preparing us for what is to come in the real world. The long hours spent after school helping us when we couldn't figure out how X and Y could somehow be incorporated into a math lesson, or that somehow behind all the wherefore art thous in Romeo and Juliet was a life lesson. These were acts of heroism. My hat goes off to all of you. Thank you so much. You will never know how much you mean to all of us. In closing, I would especially like to thank our parents and guardians. For without their constant support, none of this would have been possible. We love you and thank you from the bottoms of our hearts. Congratulations to all my fellow students. We did it. Good luck to all of you in the years to come.
Stretch from ear to ear to see you walking down the road. We meet at the lights. I stare for a while. The world around us disappears. Just you and places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, and some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compared with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think of them, but in my life, I love